Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle Spieler. I'm an over 25-year professional makeup artist. I've been with Seint for over 2 years, almost 2.5 years now. You might see me talking about other brands on Instagram or TikTok, YouTube, but just so you know, Seint is my #1. I was a mature beauty influencer before I started with Seint, and about the time that Seint really grew and took off for me, I joined an agency, so they get me brand deals and I work with brands, and I work with brands that I love and I've worked with for years. But when people ask me, you know, do you still love Seint, or is Seint still your favorite? It is. Seint is my #1. I love the fact that your whole face can go in a palette. I love being able to help women. When I was, you know, trying to figure out how to help women with Le Maquillage Pro, not Il Maquillage, not that crap, but Le Maquillage Pro, which is cream makeup based out of France, I couldn't figure out their color system. There was a language barrier through emailing. They invited me to come to France to learn their system, you know, on my own dime, of course. And it was just too problematic. It was too hard to find in the US. So when Seint fell in my lap, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like Le Maquillage Pro. It's cream-based and wax-based, but it's here in America, and I can help women with it, and that's so exciting. Okay, I want to do a quick recap because when I color match women, some women will come back and say, well, what about my brightener color? And we don't do it that way over 45. When you're early 40s, you can maybe still get away with 3 highlight colors. But the point of 3 highlight colors is to do a main color to match your face, a slightly lighter color, like maybe for jawline, forehead, and then your brightening color would be maybe like right here, down the center of the nose and under the eyes. We can't do that. That will show all your crepey skin, all your pores, all your texture. I don't want that, and I know you don't either. So I kind of worked with it, and found what really works, and I've probably helped 10,000 women in over 2 years. So I have great feedback. I get great testimonies every week. So I feel like my system is pretty proven, okay? So I do have sunscreen on, but because I put it on a couple hours ago, I've been filming for a skincare brand today. I'm just gonna take some Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, and I'm gonna go, oops, let me move my mirror over. I'm gonna go on my face because I find that makeup goes on best when there is like a really nice, fresh, primed face, whether that's skincare, whether it is a primer, whether it is even something like this, which has a primer built into it. By the way, Charlotte Tilbury, I don't know where it is. Is it here? This is phenomenal. I should be putting this on right now, but I forgot. This is her primer with SPF 50 in it. So good under Seint, so good under every foundation I've tried. It's beautiful, but I just grabbed her magic cream today, because when we have a freshly primed or moisturized face, the Seint will just melt right in. Don't forget the jawline. Don't forget the neck if you're gonna go down the neck with a little bit of bronzer. Okay. So, I'm gonna do it real fast and easy to show you why doing it the mature way is better. You don't need 3 highlights. Some of you only need 1 highlight. If you have really even skin tone, you can get away with 1 single highlight. I personally like 2, and I do tell most women in their color matches to get 2, because a lot of the times our neck is lighter. Not everyone. Some women have darker necks. You have to also, I always look at the chest too. It's really important, because if someone is golden up here, but they have just years of sun damage, and most of us do, so I'm not trying to be critical, but I see a lot of ruddy chests, and then I'll see like a lighter golden skin. Well, if we put light golden up here, but we don't address this ruddiness, nothing's gonna match. There's gonna be a disconnect. So we always have to bring a little bit of a deeper ruddiness to the face too. Okay, so, oops. My dog will get that. Okay, so we're gonna start with a deeper highlight. Now, When I switched my hair to more of a deeper red tone, I switched to Sandy. It doesn't look terrible, but it's maybe a little bit darker than maybe what I would normally choose. But we want something slightly deeper for our T-zone. So watch what I'm gonna do. I'm taking a little bit on the bottom of my 3D brush. And remember, I have nicely hydrated skin, okay? And I'm just putting it through the center of the face. Where I need a little bit of coverage. The thing about Seint is you can, if you want heavy coverage, go watch my video titled 3D versus Demi, because I do one side of my face heavy coverage with 3D and the other side really light with Demi. And even I was shocked at how good the heavy side looked. I was shocked. It was really pretty. Okay. So we're going to do then some Sandy right through the middle. Again, anywhere that we have texture, we're going to put our deeper color. But look at that. That doesn't look too deep for me. Now my neck, I've washed my neck and applied so much different skincare today because I've done so many skincare videos for a brand. So I'm looking a little pinker than normal. I'm looking a little bit lighter here, okay? So let's see how this looks. I'm not going around my eyes, but I'll show you in a minute what you can do. Okay, hold please. Okay, I went to get a damp sponge because I totally forgot to dampen a sponge. So I'm now going over everything, which for me, it kind of makes it look more skin-like. I don't want heavy coverage just for myself. If you want heavy coverage, you can definitely add another layer, but go watch my video. Oh, I'm pilling right here, probably from that Charlotte Tilbury. Okay, that's better. So that's my main color. It's all over. That looks pretty even, but you can see I don't have anything here or here. So now that's where I like to go in with a lighter color. Now, some of you have lighter foreheads. Let me see. Oh, this looks great. Okay. Some of you have lighter foreheads than the rest of your face. That's where you can go in and add a lighter color up here. I'm going to go in with Candlelit. That's my lighter color. And I like to put a lighter color here at the temples because look, it makes me look a little bit, hold on, let me turn my sound off on my computer. See how that looks? I look a little bit more full. This is an old Hollywood makeup trick. We lighten the areas that are hollowing. We don't darken them like the young girls do. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little bit more of the Candlelit and I'm going to go down here, just on the jawline. Most of our jawlines are lighter than the rest of our face, but not everyone. Sometimes I see a woman that has a darker jawline and her neck is lighter. So you could still go a little bit lighter on the jawline just because we don't have a lot of texture on our jawline, so we can get away with a slightly lighter color. Okay, and then that's my whole face. That's complexion right there. Now, I personally like a little bit of bronzer or contour because I find that that gives me a little bit more depth to the face, a little bit more warmth. So I'm gonna take my detail brush, which is our contour brush, and I'm gonna go into Bella Bronzer. Hair sticking to my face. And I'm gonna go we'll powder in a minute. Kind of push it up into your hairline, but otherwise you'll see a light mark where your scalp is lighter than your face or your bronzer. See how that gives me some nice warm dimension up there? That's not for everyone. I'm not telling you you have to do that. I like to do it. And then I've left a little bit of a bare spot here because we don't have to have foundation on every area of our face if we know we're going to be putting some bronzer right there. And then we can go down and do a little bit on the jawline if we want. We can go under the neck with contour or bronzer. Totally up to you. I like bronzer. I call it brontour. It's just my personal preference, not everyone. Even on the color match, I'll put optional bronzer, optional contour, and I'll pick your contour for you. I don't expect you to figure out your own contour. Pretty much everyone gets Bella Bronzer, but if you're deeper, I would put you in High Tide. I don't put anyone in tan lines anymore. Tan lines was my first bronzer, and then once I tried Bella, I'm like, oh my gosh, no one needs tan lines. It's too warm. If you need a light bronzer that isn't warm, get Ash Contour. Ash Contour is a really pretty, to me, it's kind of a rosy bronzer. And I wore that a lot before I changed my hair color. I wore a lot of Ash Contour instead of Bella Bronzer because, you know, I just didn't want to be super bronze in November and December. I love Ash. Okay, so see how I've given myself a little bit of dimension. I'm not super sculpted. It's just a little bit of dimension, and then you can always go in and bounce the areas so that it kind of all blends and looks like skin, okay? We can do that on the nose too. Let's see. A little bit on the nose. I'm not going to contour my nose. I'm just putting a little bit of bronzer on my nose because you know what? That's where we would get sun. If we went out into the sun, we would get sun there. And then, you know me, I'm going to take a little bit of bronzer in my crease. Again, you don't have to. I'm just doing kind of a no makeup look today. So this is something I would do if I was just out running errands, or I might just wear a tinted moisturizer with a little Bella Bronzer. And then Demi, of course. So honestly, you could put this whole face on in like 3 to 5 minutes. It doesn't take long. I'm just talking and kind of showing you, and I like to tweak, and then I like to get my magnification mirror. Where's my magnification mirror? Oh, it's in my lap. I like to look at my magnification mirror because we don't want to be in denial that we have areas that aren't blended, that we have rogue hairs or whiskers. We want to be smart. Okay. So there you have it. Doing a little more bronzer. Okay. There we go. Seint Complexion right there. Let's do a little bronzer under here too. Cast a little shadow. So you cast a little shadow. Okay. So let me show you now what a lot of women are asking for when they say, well, where's my brightener shade? And I have to go in and then go, not for us. Not for us. Okay. So on one side of my under eye, I am going to do Demi, and I'm going to be really fast. Like if you only could pick one Demi, I would probably put a lot of you into 03 because see, someone asked today, like, why don't you have dark circles? I do. I have that blue and purple right under my eye. If you're more fair than me, you might need 01, but you know, this is why we do a free color match. So we can really look at your bare-face selfie. We can look at the excess colors under your eyes and we can determine what you need, because I don't want people buying demi that they don't need. It'll take you a lifetime. I mean, I cannot tell you this 03 I use every day of my life, and it's definitely much older than a year old, okay? That's how little you're gonna use of demi on the daily. I think I'll come back next week with a troubleshooting video too, like some troubleshooting. Okay, and then I'm gonna have some guests. I'm gonna have some guests where we're gonna do some Seint makeup together in the next month. Okay, there you go. So that's demi. Now, you also know I love the Magic Color NR1. And it's just an odd color, and I can't explain why it works. It's in our neutral red, and it just kind of smooths out your lights and darks and kind of balances lights and darks. I don't know why, I don't know how, but we call it the Magic Color NR1, and most of you seem to like it. Once in a while, I'll get someone say, I don't get it. It's not working for me. It's not for everyone, but it's for most of us, okay? Now, we're gonna do it the way the young gals do it. We're gonna take a brightening shade, and I even see women in their 40s doing this too, because I think they just prefer it to demi, and that's okay. That's okay. Everyone gets to do it their way. I just personally don't like, I don't like it. I might use this fluffy brush, but we're gonna use our fingers just like the young girls do, and we're gonna take linen. This is linen. It's the lightest color I have. I don't have anything lighter than linen, even though there's Versailles. What else is there? I don't know. Moonlit, sunlit. There's lighter colors. So here it is. Look how light that is. Now you would think looking at my neck like, oh yeah, that could work, right? But watch this. They'll put it right here. They'll put it up all under the eye. And then they'll go in the outer corner. This is how the younger gals do it. Again, not right or wrong, okay? You get to try it yourself and see. I just don't tell you to get that lighter color, because look, this is candlelit right here and a little bit of, maybe a little bit of sandy. I don't need to be any lighter than right there, okay? Sometimes I even feel like my upper lip gets too light, and then I need to kind of blend a little over it. Okay, so see from there, see how nice that demi looks? Like, yeah, you can still see my dent, but that's a three-dimensional issue, not a big deal. Still looks beautiful, it still looks hydrated. Okay, and then you saw me patting that in with my finger, but I'm gonna take this soft, fluffy brush, and I'm gonna blend this in. And some of you might like this side better, so let me know in comments. Again, there's no right or wrong. If you like a really light under eye, that's fine. It's just a different style, okay? See? I like this side better. I like the sheen it gives. This almost looks too light. What happens is if you go too light, then anything next to it that is sunken in can also look more like ashy or even more sunken in. It's almost like there's like this light and dark juxtaposition that happens. But there you go. Look, some women might like that best, and that's okay. So you can always come back to me and say, well, what's my brightener shade? And I'm still gonna tell you, no, we don't do that. We do demi. But if someone says, well, I really would like a lighter shade, then I'll say, okay, let's see, your lightest shade is candlelit. Okay, go with Aura. You know, I rarely put anyone in linen just because, let me look at it close up. Oh my gosh. It's already creasing in a million places. And it's showing all my crepiness, but look at on camera how good it looks. Looks pretty good on camera, huh? Maybe I just need to pat it in more. I wanna be fair. I do wanna be fair. I don't wanna be cheating it to make the demi look better. Yeah, I can see it in all my line, but it looks great there. But up close, it's in every little nook and cranny, and it looks grainy and sandy, whereas this just looks smooth. Okay? I don't know what to tell you. So we're gonna keep this really, really short today. This is why I love demi, and most people will get 2 highlight shades, a deeper one through the middle of our face where we have more texture, and a lighter one for the lighter areas of our face. I could have easily put Candlelit on my forehead, knowing that I was gonna put Bella bronzer up there anyway, but I will tell you, the sandy looks so good. It looks like I have 0 texture because I went with a deeper color. And some of you will be like, oh my gosh, Hazel looks so dark on the website. Yep, it sure does. Hazel looks real dark on the website, but Hazel is so pretty. Let me see, is this Hazel? This is Hazel. It's not really that dark, is it? On the website, it looks really dark. But here's my sandy, and this is Hazel, and then this is Mango. So Mango's a lot more orange, and see how Hazel's just this gorgeous color. But look at this, I'll show you. Let me put some, there it is on my nose. It's funny because it's really like a good medium. It's like a nice medium neutral. Yeah, I love Hazel. I might wear some Hazel in the summer when I start to warm up a bit. But yeah, really pretty. So don't be afraid if I put you in Hazel in Athens or Athens in Candlelit. It's gonna look darker, especially if you were to swatch it on your light jawline. But you saw how I blend it all in, right? I blend it all in, I buff it all in, and then I take a perfector. Seint has a perfector sponge, or this is a sponge by Cami Wynn. I'm kind of obsessed with this sponge because my friend Neil used it on me one day, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to have that. And then I went and bought 6 of them. I don't know why I love it. I love the flatness, and it's super, super like squeezy, bouncy. But you know, I love Stands Out. I love my Stands Out sponge. And I love the Seint one, but right now this is my favorite. You know, that's just makeup artists for you. We change around a lot because we're artists. So we're always finding the new and better. And then 3 months later, we might go back to what we originally used. So never feel like you have to have something if you see me using it new, because it's just my new of the moment, but it could change in 3 months. It could change in 2 weeks. You just never know. I get sent a lot of stuff. Okay. So I just wanted to show you really quick, Seint Complexion, really pretty close up. Let me look at my, remember to have a magnification mirror. This is only $16 and it's probably, I use it so much. I didn't powder my face, but I'm not going to because I'm loving how this all looks. This is so pretty. My hair is sticking to my face. That's why we need powder, but I don't want to wear powder. And I'm not putting on lips. I'm not putting on blush. I did a little bronzer on the eyes. This is really just about complexion today and how when you're over 45, we just cannot do it like the young girls. And that's okay, okay? So little refresher on how to do beautiful Seint complexion. Look at that. Look at that beautiful, I call it creamy radiance. When you send me a testimonial picture, I'm like, oh, creamy radiant, you know, and your friends are noticing a difference, and your husband's noticing a difference, and your boyfriends are noticing a difference. There is a difference. And this is why it's my #1. It's so pretty. And here where I get all my texture, it just looks soft. It just looks really soft. Ooh, I have another peel Friday night too. I'm doing another Mandelic peel. So I'm really excited to do that. That's the Platinum Skincare. Maybe I should do a video. I'll think about it. I should probably do a video. But Mandelic is good for lightening, melasma, sunspots, hyperpigmentation. freckles. It's just really great. And it gives you really glowy skin, and there's no downtime. So I feel like I'm going to be using that a lot more. I do have a big TCA peel coming up, but I haven't decided when to do it because I need downtime and I can't film, and that's, you know, time is money. I might have to wait till June. June is a really slow time on social media. I might wait till June to do my TCA. I know a lot of people are like, no, you can't do peels in the summer. But peel experts and dermatologists will say, yeah, you can do it year round. You just have to be super careful with sun exposure. You have to be super careful with SPF. And I am. I mean, you know my sunscreen. It's this super, super, super thick Naked Sundays SPF 50. It has a built-in primer. This is my number one. I use almost every day of the week. This is my number one. And I will reapply it. So I'm going to be religious with it, okay? I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions below. I just felt like we all needed a refresher. Sometimes it helps to watch someone you know and trust put their makeup on because it's easier. Like if you're a visual learner, it's just easier. Remember, you can always get a free color match. I'll put the link below description, or just click the title of the video and a menu pops down and you can find all the links there. And go watch my intro video to Mature Makeup Masterclass. It's under 2 minutes and it will tell you who needs it. God loves you. I love you. I'll see you back Saturday for Lancome spring video. Bye for now.